केंद्र सरकार में मानव संसाधन मंत्री श्री प्रकाश जावड़ेकर जी, सहाय मंत्री श्री उपेंद्र कुशवाहा जी और श्री सत्यपाल सिंह जी और सचिव श्री अनिल स्वरूप जी, आज इस समारोह में आए सभी आचार्यगण, बहनों और भाइयों, मैं सचमुच में बहुत आनंद महसूस कर रहा हूँ। कारण क्या है, पहली बार मुझे इतना शिक्षकों का, आचार्यों का दर्शन और उनका सम्मान करने का अवसर मुझे मिला है, इसलिए मैं आनंद महसूस कर रहा हूँ। जो आज का जो अवार्ड, ये अवार्ड से क्या होगा, फेलिसिटेशन क्यों? सिंपल आंसर है, फेलिसिटेशन is to give inspiration to others. You also work, you will also get award. That's why the government have taken up this program of felicitating the teachers, that too on an important day when the entire nation is celebrating the extraordinary contribution made by the teachers, and also we reverentially remember the birth anniversary of Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan ji, the first Vice President of India. Sri Radhakrishnan ji एक महान व्यक्ति, आदर्श आचार्य, महाज्ञानी, दार्शनिक, तत्वचिंतक और भारतीय संस्कृति का एक प्रतीक के रूप में हम लोग उनको देखते हैं. The moment you see Dr. Radhakrishnan's photo frame, you get respect, you get reverence, you get admiration. That was his personality. It is not because of dress. Dress alone will not make any impact. Someone asked me, sir, you have become now Vice President. Are you going to change your dress? I said, no change of dress, only change of address. That's all. ड्रेस का अपना एक महत्व है, उससे ज़्यादा है नहीं, मगर जो एड्रेस होता है ना, एड्रेस माने भाषण नहीं, जो आपका पता, आपका पहचान, आपका कार्यशैली, आपका कमिटमेंट, आपका कैरेक्टर, कैलिबर, कैपेसिटी और कॉन्डक्ट, उसी से लोग आपको पहचानते हैं, आपका एड्रेस उनको मालूम होता है. So today that way we are celebrating this Teachers' Day by honoring our teachers, the gurus. That's why I said I'm extremely happy, delighted to be with you for this great occasion. We have a great cultural and educational heritage of our ancient land. जो आदिकाल से, वेद काल से, पुराण काल से जो पूर्वजों ने जिया और दिया, विरासत में हमको मिला, जिसको हम भारतीयता कहते हैं, जिसको हम लोग, जिसे हमारा एंशिएंट जो इंडिया कहते हैं, कुछ लोग भारत कहते हैं, कुछ लोग हिंदू देश कहते हैं, जो भी कहे, हमारा परंपरा, हमारा संस्कृति हमेशा हमको प्रेरणा देना चाहिए, हम गर्व महसूस करना चाहिए, हम भारतीय है, ये भावना बच्चों में भी निर्माण करना चाहिए. Indian education development is intertwined with the freedom movement and reflects the deep commitment of our founding fathers to providing universal access to good quality education. To name only a few, Mahatma Gandhi, Lokmanya Balagangadhar Tilak, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Pandit Madan Mohan Malaviya, and Dr. Zakir Hussain have clearly emphasized education as the most crucial foundation for national development. Such a powerful statement. In fact, today is a day to recall with pride the rich cultural intelligence heritage we have collectively inherited. Ours is a country that has given central place to teachers and given them the appellation of gurus, a Sanskrit word that connotes a source of illumination. In fact, the respect and veneration a teacher receives in our culture is well depicted in the lines, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheswara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. This is our ancient sloka. Guru is like Brahma, he is a creator. The creator initiating us into learning. Vishnu, the preserver, nurturing our talents, and Maheshwara, the destroyer of all the evils and destroyer of the doubts and negative thoughts. Guru is the supreme God, and my salutation to such a Guru today on the occasion of this Teachers' Day. We are the inheritors of the system of Gurukulas, where the teacher and the students lived together and pursued studies in a caring environment. The system of educational inquiry that was based on a constant dialogue between the teacher and the students, and the concept of Vidya as a process of discovery. All the Maharajas, they used to send their children also to Gurukul. Through your knowledge, skills, attitude, you are determining the course of India's future. Please remember this. It's an onerous task. It's a challenging task. And when it is well done, it is the most satisfying task. You teachers are all, in my view, the Bharata Bhagya Vidatas, shapers of the destiny of India, who are tirelessly dedicated their time and energy to shape individuals who will in turn be creating the new India we are all dreaming of shaping. The character of the young and impressible minds through your words and deeds should be accorded the highest priority by the teaching community. Literary education is of no value if it is not able to build up a sound character, said Mahatma Gandhi. We in India have come a long way after we made the twist with destiny to end poverty, ignorance, disease, and inequality of opportunity. Today, 95% of our children are in schools, and we have more universities and institutions of excellence than we had in 1947. Nearly 70 lakh teachers, 70 to 80 lakh teachers are teaching 20 crore children in 15 lakh elementary schools across the country. The literacy rate has been steadily improving from merely 18% in 1947. The foreign rulers, they never bothered to teach us, to educate us, because they are not interested in the future of our country. The literacy rate has been now steadily improving. It should improve further. I hope that the government will take all the steps that no children will be allowed to stay out of school. That should be the mission of the government. That should be the duty of all the people. It is not the duty of teacher alone. It is the duty of all enlightened citizens, the parents, the public representatives, MLAs, MPs, ministers. Everybody should get involved into this and see to it that we achieve 100% literacy rate. It is needless to say, teachers have a formidable responsibility if India has to achieve 100% literacy over the next 5 years. But there is still a long way to go, and it should be a matter of concern that the learning outcomes of students have shown an overall decline in the recent years, as reflected by the National Achievement Surveys. The academic standards in institutions of higher learning by and large need considerable improvement. One of the most important issues facing the education today is the need to improve quality in education and learning. It is admirable that enormous strides towards establishing schools within the reach of every habitation have been achieved. The Right to Education Act has strengthened the resolve and lent supporting hand to the continuous efforts of bringing each and every child to school. However, children who have dropped out of school need special attention and careful planning to bring them back to school, and here teachers need to sensitive to their needs. But the onus of bringing children to school lies not only on teachers, but also collectively with the community, the parents, and the people's representatives. Today, we felicitate the teachers for their contribution towards education and the achievements by honoring them with the national awards and recognition of their commendable, exceptional contribution to the noble cause of teaching. I am sure there are many more teachers who are not here but have been doing excellent work. Your only representatives here. I congratulate all of you who are receiving the awards today, and also sincerely appreciate the work of numerous unsung heroes in the classrooms of our country. There are thousands and lakhs of teachers who are not recognized, as we said, unsung heroes. They are also doing their best. As per the 1996 report of UNESCO, of the International Commission on Education for the 21st century, there are 4 pillars of learning. 1. Learn to know, to provide cognitive tools required to better comprehend the world. We are all living in global world today. We can't live in isolation. Kupastha Manduka, that's not the situation today. We are living in a global village, we have a competition, we know what is happening around the globe, and the world is moving. And we as Indians also must move faster. Second, learning to provide the skills that would enable individuals to effectively participate in the global economy and society. It is now liberalization, privatization, globalization, LPG has become a reality, whether you like it or not. So that's the situation that we must cope up to that reality and to the challenge. Third, learning to provide self-analytical and social skills to enable individuals to develop to their fullest potential for an all-round complete person. All-round complete person. Fourth, learning to live together, to expose individuals to the values implicit within human rights, democratic principles, intercultural understanding, and respect and peace at all levels of society and human relationship to enable individuals and societies to live in peace and harmony. We must live together. We are a social being. You can't live in isolation. And social harmony is the need of the hour. Peace is the need of the hour. If there is a tension, there cannot be attention. There will be only tension. So the tension has to be avoided. Peace has to be, that's why today the entire world is facing the problem of terrorism. Terrorism is the enemy of the nation. We must teach our children from the beginning. Terrorism of any kind, terrorism has no religion, it has no region. It is a menace to the humanity. And all our minds should be developed in such a way that terror should be put down with an iron hand. All countries are now realizing the difficulty, the pains. Yesterday we have seen even the BRICS declaration by the top leaders of these BRICS countries, where they have collectively condemned terror. Because that's becoming a big menace. As I told you, if there is tension on border, there cannot be attention here. If there is a tension in your mind, there cannot be attention to your thoughts and to your actions also. Friends, and then we must also make the children to understand and behave that they are all one. Irrespective of caste, creed, sex, religion and region, India is one. One nation, one country, one people. We may be having different languages, we may speak different languages, we may wear different dress, we may believe in different religions. Religion is a way of worship. We need not bother about it. It is left to the individuals. But what we should focus is on culture. Culture is a way of life. This great land where the sages have lived and where we have thousands of years of civilization, culture. When I was giving a lecture on culture, one student asked me, "Sir, explain what is culture?" I said, "Culture is a way of living." He said, "I'm not able to understand it, sir." I said, "Why? Culture means way of living." He said, "No, sir, please explain." Then I said, "And what is great about Bharatiya culture?" Then I told him, culture is, if you have a roti, you eat your roti, it is Prakriti. If you snatch the roti of other fellow and eat it, it is Vikruti. If you have a roti, you give half of the roti to the next person, that is called as Samskriti. Then he understood. You must be a social human being. We may be speaking different languages, Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, Malayalam, Marathi, Assami, Punjabi, Gujarati. Every language is beautiful because those languages have come from mother's womb. We must focus our attention on teaching the mother tongue. Our Minister, Sri Prakash Javadekar, I would urge upon the government and all people in the concern, whoever is ruling the country in different parts of the country, the focus should be on mother tongue. Every student must be encouraged to learn mother tongue. Then only other tongues. Focus on mother tongue. Beautiful. And we must also converse in mother tongue at home, within ourselves. Other language you can speak and we go to other places and learn as many languages as possible. Nothing wrong. But first learn your language, the mother's language which has come from mother tongue. We developed a fashion because of British rule and Macaulay education system. Our mindsets are such that everybody wants to speak in English, whether you knew it or not. They speak broken English. So we have to be proficient in our mother tongue. And secondly, learn as many languages possible. Learn Hindi, learn Tamil. The North Indian people should learn South Indian languages. South Indian people should learn North Indian other languages also. That brings the real national integration. अलग भाषा अलग वेश फिर भी अपना एक देश विविधता में एकता भारत का विशेषता. That is the beauty of this great country. No language is great, no language is inferior. Every language of India is a great language. And there are beautiful words in those languages also. So I urge upon the teaching community and also the government also to see that the mother tongue is made compulsory for everybody to study. I am not talking about the medium of instruction. That is left to the states and to the government. But at least subject-wise, the Tamil, the Kannada, the Malayali, the Marathi, the Telugu, the Punjabi, the Assami, the Gujarati, the Bhojpuri, whatever it is, your mother tongue, you must be proficient. So that should be encouraged. That's one way of preserving, because bhasha or bhavana ek saath chalta hai. Keeping that in mind. Friends, secondly, friends, the many successful teachers of which you are shining examples have transformed schools into places of joyful learning through their knowledge, skills and attitudes. Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan has said teachers should be the best minds in the country. People think that politicians are the best minds. No, teachers are the best minds. Good teachers are good learners also. You must be willing to learn. Everybody should go on learn, not yearn. Yearn is secondary. Learn is primary. Yearn is secondary. And then they keep the learning new things all the time and acquiring knowledge from different sources. Technology. Just now Prakashji was mentioning about the boy, tribal boy, the digital. The world is transforming. Things are changing. New ideas. Startup, stand-up, incubation, innovation. Stand-up, na? We are used to stand up when we used to go to school late. Teacher used to say stand up on the bench. Now the stand-up is different. Startup is different. Incubation is different. Innovation is different. New ideas. The world is moving. So Indians also today, I saw in one of the papers that one Indian, he has developed a new system of a camera scanning the entire body with a simple device. So such fertile, in India, brains are fertile, lands are also fertile. Lands are fertile, brains are fertile. What we need is to give them little more upgradation. That's the duty of the government. Give them skill development programs, knowledge development, other language, learning other languages also. In addition to sound knowledge, teachers should have the skills to communicate that knowledge effectively to the students. They should have the ability to stimulate the curiosity, open up opportunities for dialogue in the classrooms, and encourage the children to discover, think and express. They should creatively link classroom learning with the learners' lives. In recent times, technology has become inexpensive and all-pervasive now. It is heartening to note that 44% of the rural secondary schools in India have computers. Technology can be a very powerful tool for assisting the teachers. Many teachers are using these tools effectively. Some of them are creating apps as well. We must encourage these innovations that enrich the learning process. Excellent teachers who leave the indelible impression on the students have been the role models, exemplifying through their attitudes and behavior the values and behavior they wish to impart to the children. It is said the values are caught. They cannot be taught. The values are caught. They cannot be taught. Advaniji used to say, I remember in those days, now of course I am out of politics. I am retired, but not tired. Remember what has been said. He said, more than ideology, ideal behavior is important. Ideology is important, but ideal behavior also is important. So a teacher should be an ideal human being. This child, if he observes the teacher, this teacher means he is an ideal human being. So the behavior also is very important. That's why it said, see the word. The values are caught. They cannot be taught alone. Children learn to be kind, compassionate. If the teachers are kind and compassionate, the students will learn the value of patience, tolerance, and democratic functioning in a classroom where the teachers embodies these values and where his actions in the class reflect these values. That has to be understood by the teachers. The teachers have to hone their skills to develop among the children critical, creative, reflective, and scientific temper. In fact, this is the most crucial aspect of teachers' work. As has been said, the mediocre teacher tells, the good teacher explains, the superior teacher demonstrates, the great teacher inspires by his own conduct. I repeat, the mediocre teacher tells, the good teacher explains, the superior teacher demonstrates, the great teacher inspires. That we need today are more and more great teachers. We need inspirational, transformational leaders in our classrooms. It is not merely the grand building that makes a school, but the dedication and commitment of the teachers. Otherwise, we are seeing now how the private shops are coming with in multi-storied buildings. In this context, I would like to recall the words of Swami Vivekananda, who said, I quote, if you are not pure and you know all the science of the world, that will not help you at all if you are not pure. You may be buried in all books you read, but that will not be of much use. It is the heart that reaches the goal. Follow the heart. A pure heart sees beyond the intellect. It gets inspired. This is what Swamiji has said. The teacher who loves the children, from his heart is real nation builder, who can lay the solid foundation of a nation committed to the growth and development. There are a number of teachers who feed their children, who give them free tuitions, who take them to their homes if the children are poor and give them good clothes. And there are teachers who pay for their supplementary charges also. That really inspires the child to learn more. We need more child-friendly schools with caring, inspired and inspiring teachers. Good quality pre-primary education and elementary education are the essential building blocks for building a developed India. In a country with such a high commitment to knowledge and education, we cannot allow poor quality education to persist. As Sri M.C. Chagla, the great education minister and the great jurist, said in 1964, I quote, our constitution fathers did not intend that we just set up hovels, put students there, give untrained teachers, give them bad textbooks, no playgrounds, and say we have complied with Article 45 and the primary education is expanding. They meant that the real education should be given to our children between the age of 6 and 14. The real education to foster all-round development of students is what should aim for. There should be a holistic development of students with equal emphasis on academic excellence, skills for self-employment and gainful employment. I hope there will be new impetus to make human development, equity education, and lifelong learning as cornerstones in the development architecture of a new India. We cannot rest on the past laurels, nor we can be satisfied with a few islands of excellence. We need a system that responds effectively to the learning needs of all children, youth, and adults, and keep constantly innovating. We need teachers who have the required competence, confidence, character, and commitment to make a difference to the educational landscape of the country. They must work in collaboration with the community members and parents to enroll all children in habitations like teachers. Some of the states like Gujarat, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, they have started this movement. And I am told other states also are now doing it. MLAs, MPs, public representatives, Sarpanch, everybody should go to every home and find out whether the child is coming to school or not. On the day of enrollment, these people should be seen in the action. That will encourage people. Now, this is happening in some states. I am happy about it. The entire education system, including the teachers, should internalize the message of reform, perform, and transform. This is not a mere political slogan. Transform at every level. If the country has to transform, all of us, we have to really transform. So my greetings once again to all the teachers across the country. on this auspicious occasion, and my best wishes for a long, exciting voyage of promoting learning in the coming years to come. And we call it as universities, colleges, schools as Vidyalaya. Vidya Alaya. Alaya means a place of worship, a temple, a mosque, a masjid, or a mandir. We must keep them like that only. We should not pollute them. I used to be taught during my student days, sir, go to college, go to university, politician. But speak other than politics and come back. It's like going to a temple. You leave your shoes outside, go to the temple, pray the God, come out and wear your own shoes instead of taking somebody else's shoes and then go away. The education institutions should be kept above politics. They should be made to understand what is politics. I am not saying it. I was a student activist and so on. At the same time, the atmosphere of the university campuses, college campuses should not be disturbed. The basic aim is to impart knowledge, Vidyalaya, that should be preserved. And then, when we all say Bharat Mata Ko Jai, or Vande Mataram, or Ma Tujhe Salam, or salutation to motherland, is not to the geographical boundary of India. We are saluting the Mother India of all communities. Poor, rich, tall, short, men, women, all are equal. And we say Vande Mataram, Mata Vandanam. For all these people, Vandanam. When you say nationalism, when you say Bharat Mata Ko Jai, Jai Ho to all Indians. That should be the attitude. That should be the mentality, because as we are seeing, some people are trying to exploit caste, creed, sex, religion and region for their own ends. We must imbibe among the children the spirit of nationalism, spirit of patriotism, of a concern for all, equality for all, equal opportunity for all, respect for all. That's the real Bharat Mata Ko Jai. We should keep that in mind and move forward. Friends, I hope that the present government, which is according high priority for education, and the Prime Minister who is aiming to bring a big transformation and also unleash the force of growth, they focus more and more attention on education, provide more and more resources to the education sector, and center and states, all of them work together as a team India to develop India into a strong, stable, prosperous nation where there is no exploitation, where there is no ignorance, where there is no corruption, where there is no black money, where there is no discrimination on the basis of caste, where everybody lives happily, what we used to call as Rama Rajya. We must all aim on that. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Jai Hind.